This isn't a message meant to inspire the masses. This is where speech for the individual. The voice doesn't whisper, it growls. There's no warm welcome, no comforting tone, only a mirror staring back at you, asking, what are you really doing with your life? Every sentence lands like a heavy blow. There's no softness here, no sweeteners, just raw, unfiltered truth. Harsh, direct, and relentless. The message couldn't be clearer. No one's coming to save you. No one cares if you're exhausted, depressed, frightened, broke, or lonely. The world won't slow down for your struggles. The sun will rise, and life will move forward, with or without you. And that's not cruelty, that's clarity. Because hidden in the cold truth is a kind of freedom. If help isn't coming, then you're free to take control. It's on you. You're the one who must push forward, drag yourself if needed. No one else is going to carry the weight for you. If you want something beyond ordinary, you need to understand, it comes at a price most aren't willing to pay. Obsession is a requirement. Sacrifice isn't a choice, it's the cost of admission. You don't earn your dream by playing around with it. You earn it by pouring yourself into it, day after day, in silence. While others sleep, party, or wait to feel motivated, you grind. You wake before the world, and you fall asleep with sore bones and a fire that won't go out. It's a lonely road. This journey will isolate you. You'll be misunderstood, laughed at, doubted, even by the ones closest to you. But if you can handle it, if you can learn to embrace the discomfort and respect the struggle as part of your path, you begin to change. You get tougher. You rise. You become someone who doesn't flinch when life punches hard. You get back up, grinning. You start asking for more because somewhere along the way, you stopped wishing and started choosing. You made a decision about who you are. You quit blaming your past, your parents, your circumstances, your bad luck, and took ownership. You stopped being a passenger. You grabbed the damn wheel. That's what this voice is about. It's not here to make you feel good. It's here to shake you awake, to rattle your cage, to remind you that time is passing and your excuses are getting old. The clock is ticking. The world owes you nothing. But you owe it to yourself to find out who you could become. And if that terrifies you, good. If it hurts, even better. That means you're finally awake. Thinking about it isn't enough. No one hands out trophies for potential. No one applauds the person who almost did something. You either showed up or you didn't. That's the line. The world doesn't remember the almosts. It remembers what you completed, what you fought through, what you sacrificed for. You think greatness is about luck or natural ability. It's not. It's about obsession. It's waking up sore, frustrated, drained, and still showing up. It's walking into battle when you've got nothing left. It's not glamorous. It's not shiny. It's the same shirt for 4 days straight. It's failing in public and rising anyway. It's sitting alone in silence, realizing no one believes in you but you, and choosing to believe that's enough. It has to be enough. Because no one is going to deliver the life you dream of. It's not on standby for you. It's already moving forward without waiting. Every moment you hesitate is a moment lost forever. Each excuse adds another layer to the barrier separating you from the life you were meant to live. So break it down. Tear it apart with your own hands if that's what it takes. Get raw. Get ruthless. Stop chasing perfection and start chasing progress. Don't wait for a sign. Be the damn signal. Be the driving force. Be the reason you don't give up. And when you fall, and you will fall hard, get up harder. Prove to life that it messed with the wrong person. Let your scars speak louder than your silence ever could. Let your journey be the evidence. Not that it was easy, but that it was meaningful. That you earned every inch of it. Every sleepless night, every painful second filled with doubt. Because if not you, then who? And if not now, when? You don't need someone's approval. You need action. So quit talking, start moving, and give this life everything you've got. There are no second chances, only this one shot. Make it matter. No one's going to carry you across the finish line. That's not how this goes. You either crawl there or collapse trying. Either way, it's on you. Life doesn't respond to hopes. It yields to determination. If you want something, you have to fight for it like it's air, like survival depends on it. Because in a way, it does. That future version of yourself, the one you were supposed to become, fades a little every time you choose ease over effort. Every time fear takes the wheel. Every time you say tomorrow when you had today, the gap between who you are and who you could be widens. And that space? It's filled with struggle, with sacrifice, with pain, but also with immense power. And that's the part no one tells you. This is for the ones who refuse to break. They become the break. The ones who make their presence known even in silence. Who keep moving forward, fueled only by fire in their chest and grit in their teeth. This is for the ones who were overlooked, doubted, cast aside, and kept going anyway. For those who were never chosen, so they chose themselves. For those who don't need applause to show up. For the ones who rise without permission. If you want greatness, you must be ready to endure more than the person next to you. You must be ready to be misunderstood, to be laughed at, to walk alone. And when the world questions why you're still pushing forward, when none of it seems to make sense, when the path is cruel and the night is long, smile. Because that's where the real ones are born. Not in spotlights, not in ovations, in the grind, in the darkness, in the moments no one else witnesses. Keep Keep moving. Don't quit now. This is the point where most people give up. Right here, when it's no longer thrilling, when no one's watching, when there's no recognition, no visible progress, only pain. But this is the edge. This is the part no one warns you about. The silence, the emptiness, the doubt that slithers into your chest and whispers you're wasting your time, that you're not enough, that it's already too late. And most people listen. They give in to that voice. But not you. You're still here, still standing. Maybe battered, maybe exhausted, maybe broken, but still standing. And that means everything. Because the people who keep moving when the tank is empty are the ones who rewrite the script. They're the ones who give the struggle meaning. You must learn to relish this stretch, the stretch that hurts, that's silent, that feels frozen in place. That's the proving ground. That's where the footing is poured. Legends aren't poured in the spotlight. They're mixed in the mud, hammered out in the dark, forged in the tedious rhythm of daily effort. No shortcuts, no promises, just you against you. You against the easy exit, day after day. And you show up regardless, because you've stopped chasing motivation and built your life on discipline instead. That's the separator, the line between talkers and doers. Anyone can start. Finishers are tempered in flame, lifted out of failure, sculpted by strain. They refuse to quit not because it's simple, but because it's significant. This is your life, not a rehearsal. You get one pass, so claim it. Every second, every scar, give it purpose. Make them remember your name, not for being the loudest, but for being the last one upright. So keep going. If you wake tomorrow and it's still brutal, that doesn't signal failure. It confirms you're exactly where growth lives. Growth isn't supposed to feel pleasant. You're dismantling who you were to construct who you must become. That isn't comfort, it's war. Results demand a fee, sweat, sacrifice, silence. Pay when no one's watching and every cell screams, stop. You don't stop, don't ease up, don't bargain with weakness. You stare it down and answer, not today. Breathing alone is reason enough to continue. You don't require believers. You don't need applause. You need hunger, fire hot enough to incinerate excuses, loud enough to drown out fear, stubborn enough to survive when the world tries to starve it. That's the gap between you and them. They want it. You need it. They show up when it's easy. You bleed for it. You arrive when it's raining, when it's late, when it aches, when logic says quit, because that's what winners do. They never wait for perfect. They just move. Loneliness is a small toll for greatness. Legends aren't made by being liked, but by being relentless. One more rep, one more hour, one more round, one more time, until nobody questions your commitment, until it's obvious, until it's undeniable. Whatever it takes, however long, whatever it costs, you pay in full, with pride, focus, fire, because this is your shot, your life. No one else can live it. Make it count. You've traveled too far to surrender now. Every sleepless night, every unnoticed grind, that wasn't wasted. It was laying bricks, building armor, evidence that you're still swinging. Don't let doubt steal your wages. Don't let fatigue pin your finale. Do you think the greats never felt exhaustion, terror, or wondered if the price was too high? They did, and kept advancing. So will you, because deep inside you know the chase matters. The life you envision isn't daydream, it's attainable. But only if you press forward. Only if you stop handing yourself exits and start issuing commands. Not maybe tomorrow, not when I'm ready. You dictate the next move. You own the outcome. Here's the truth no one enjoys hearing. If you stay where it's safe, if you keep waiting for the flawless moment, you'll never arrive. Full stop. Progress doesn't wait. Success doesn't wait. Life doesn't wait. So don't sit wishing circumstances will shift. Be the shift. Be the force. Be the storm. Because when the credits roll, no one will recall what you planned to do. They'll remember what you did, what you fought for, what you finished. If you're wagering on anything, wager on yourself, wager on your grind, wager on your heart. Once you commit fully, the universe shifts. Doors swing open, the right people step in, but only after the grind, after you've proved you're dead serious. So prove it today, this very moment. Show the world what happens when someone flat out refuses to quit, when a person chases a dream with every ounce of energy. This is your legacy, build it. No one gives you a legacy. You sculpt it with bare hands, during unseen hours and uncheered battles. Want to stand out? Then outwork, outlast, and outlead everyone sharing your lane. Straightforward, never simple. Nothing truly valuable ever is. That's where the many stall and the few succeed. They stop when pain arrives. You begin. You lean into the hurt, appear when it's inconvenient. When your body says no, your spirit answers yes. Greatness is forged in disorder, splintered bones, bruised pride, and an iron refusal to stay down. They'll doubt you, laugh, wait for you to stumble. Good, let them. You owe them no explanation. You owe yourself execution. One step, 1 hour, one sacrifice at a time. That's how you craft something unshakable. And when you finally stand atop what once looked impossible, you won't feel lucky, only ready, because you earned every inch. So don't wish for easy, ask for the strength to master hard. Don't pray for fewer problems, pray for tougher skin. You weren't born to blend in or coast, you were born to rise, again and again. Each time you're knocked flat, each time life tosses flames at your feet, rise. Rise with purpose, with clarity, with the fire that declares, I don't stop until I win. Let them watch, let them doubt. You're not here to be understood, you're here to be undeniable. Keep moving. Perfect conditions aren't required, purpose is. If your reason burns hot enough, excuses evaporate. Cold is irrelevant, pain fades, odds cease to intimidate. It isn't about comfort, it's about conquest. You're not chasing applause, you're chasing growth. That future self, buried beneath fear, laziness, and stale habits, is the one you're hunting. The only route to him runs through hell, through doubt, through failure, through every inner voice insisting you're not ready. Answer with action, silence with effort, bury with consistency. Each day you show up adds another brick to the wall between you and who you used to be. One day you'll look back and realize there's no return. You burned the bridge, outgrew the cage, rewrote the script. They can't deny you now, not because you shouted loudest, but because you lasted longest. When the hype faded and the cameras shut off, you were still grinding, learning, evolving. Everybody desires the spotlight, but only a handful embrace the slog. And that slog is where greatness hides. It isn't pretty, it isn't simple, yet it's authentic. Pour authentic effort in, and you'll harvest authentic results. So stay in the trenches. Let the others sleep, scroll, gossip. You're crafting something that can't be stolen, faked, or duplicated. You're crafting yourself. When the credits roll, that will be more than enough. So keep arriving, keep swinging. The planet hasn't witnessed your peak yet, neither have you. That fire in your chest isn't anxiety, it's potential, aching to punch through everything you've settled for. No, you're nowhere near finished. Every flop, every tumble, every setback isn't a cue to quit. It's proof you're still moving, still evolving. What divides winners from the rest? They continue when the thrill dies, when nothing makes sense, when no one cheers, when every move hurts and nothing clicks. They keep going, and that's the pivot point. You are that person, so carry yourself like it. Walk, work, and turn up as though the whole world is wagering on your success. Because somewhere, someone is. Somebody you've never met needs your victory to ignite their own, whether they know it yet or not. Your discipline, your grind, your refusal to surrender will kindle hope in them. That's the electricity of living at full voltage. Your example becomes another's permission. But you can't inspire by staying invisible, can't spark change by shrinking. Go all in, never halfway, never just when it's easy. All in, eyes unblinking, heart ablaze. The voice muttering, what if I fail, must be drowned out by the whisper asking, but what if I don't? What if this moment is the launch of everything? What if you never quit this time? What if this version of you breaks the cycle, sets the standard, never glances back? Let that version captain the ship. When fear knocks, answer with motion. Remind yourself fear is merely an exam. Will you step through or stay caged? You didn't travel this far to play small or settle for average. You came to finish what you began, to become what you're capable of, to prove discipline crushes doubt and effort crushes excuses every single time. So take the next step, then the next. Keep constructing, keep believing. You're not here to coast, you're here to dominate. First the game, then yourself. Command the voice that says rest when work remains. Command the doubt that drifts in when silence settles. You don't rise by chance, you rise by choice. Each morning, every time you lace up, every time you appear when skipping would be easier, that's where the edge lives. Not in talent, not in luck, but in the unseen reps, the lonely hours, the monotonous grind that snaps most people. Want to pull away from the pack? Stop mirroring their habits. Quit thinking their thoughts. Quit waiting for motivation. It's a snare. Work anyway. Work tired. Work when the body screams no, and the spirit roars yes. That's how you forge an identity no storm can shake. One that survives failure, endures pain, commands respect. You're not chasing a dream, you're manufacturing one, brick by brutal brick. Sweat is the tax, sacrifice the fee. Each payment buys more than results. It buys self-respect, that quiet, unshakable certainty that you did what had to be done. That's power, that's freedom. That's the fuel that propels you through tempests, because tempests will come. They don't shatter the committed, they temper them. They sift talkers from doers. So ask yourself, are you building a life worth remembering? Moat saying goodbye.